the young comedian. Please welcome Michael Jr.
Michael Jr.
Michael Jr.
Have you ever made eye contact with somebody for a little longer than you wanted to? You didn't do it on purpose, it just kind of happened. Now you gotta fix things. You don't want them thinking that you thinking something you ain't thinking. So now you gotta do something to rectify the situation. The truth is, you don't gotta do anything at all. It naturally happens. You make the lizard look face. Let me give you an example. You're walking along, you make eye contact. You can't even not do it. I dare you, when you leave here, try to make eye contact with somebody for more than 3 seconds that you don't know. You're gonna be struggling. You're like,
Burek, you might be asking. What does that have to do with making a presentation in Google Docs? All I know is that I usually see that face on students who feel unprepared and not confident in the presentation that they're making. And hopefully the tips here will make you a little more confident as you're giving your presentation to your class. This video is how to create a presentation in Google. So I created one here, a day in the life of a dad, just to give some examples. Obviously I have transitions between slides, which I'll show you how to do. My daily schedule, at least this morning, was I woke up at 5:30 to get a shower. I walked out of the bedroom about 5:45 and found Whitman right outside my door, complete with his cars, toys, and blanket waiting for me. And then Cyrus and Vlad woke up around 6:02, made him breakfast at 6:10, and typically I'm so tired I don't remember what I do the rest of the day. But this isn't quite every day that this happens. I don't know how that got in there. I just don't pick the Chromebook up by the screen. Anyway, moving on. So this was me and Cyrus 2 days ago. We were playing outside, and he basically kneed me right in the face and thought it was the most hilarious thing ever. And then I just was consumed by his awesomeness as he was playing on the slide. So I'm going to show you some things here, grouping, pictures, and that sort of thing. I don't know how that got in there. I might be referring to that Stanford study. I don't know. And moving on. This is Whitman climbing up on the swing set, trying to find Cyrus. And I think at one point he almost loses his balance and utters an "oh geez." So anyway, so that's Whitman in action. I'll show you obviously how to embed a YouTube video into a presentation. So how do you do this? When you first start making one, you're going to get a theme that you can choose. You can choose whatever particular theme you want. You can actually plot and apply a different theme later. For this one, I just added a slide by clicking this little drop-down menu, and I picked title slide, and then of course you just simply add text like you normally would do. To delete a slide, you can just right click on it and click delete slide. This particular slide was just a title and body slide, and you'll notice it doesn't automatically come with bullets, so I just used bullet icon up here, which you're all familiar with. You'll notice at the end of this slide there was this little piece. They call this word art. So I went to insert, and there's a lot of different objects you can insert. I just picked word art and then typed in not quite every day, and then you can go ahead and scale and rotate it just by clicking on that little handle and rotating it around. Funky. Alright, so then the slide with the pictures on it, put in just a blank slide, and then I went into the insert menu and clicked image. And I uploaded something from my desktop, but you'll notice here, if you click Google Drive, it'll show you your Google Drive and any pictures that you've saved there. So I just clicked upload, which you can upload from your downloads folder in your Chromebook, and found Neat Face. So obviously you have the handles here that you're probably all familiar with. That allows me to resize, and again there's the rotation tool. like that. But one little thing that I did was I created the text by using a text box. So the icon's right there. Sized it, typed in knee. And then there are fill settings as well. So I went and did a little bit of shade of gray. And then what I can do is I can align these real quick by just selecting all three, going to Arrange, Align Horizontally, and I want to center them up. Boom, those are done. I can then obviously center the text within those text boxes. And then what I can do is I can select all three of these. I can right click or click on the Arrange menu and click Group. And so now they're all going to move together. Very easy to move them around rather than moving each one of them separately. So then I'm going to go ahead and actually select the picture as well. Right click, Group. Now it's one big group and I can rotate it all together. So beautiful. You'll notice the red lines, those are just guides to kind of snap the object to a middle point, either horizontally, vertically, or both. And I'm going to also now insert a shape. You can see if I go to Insert Shape, there's a bunch of options here. I'll just select a circle, draw the circle. I left it that color, and I can right click on this and click Order. I'm going to send it to the back. So inserting a YouTube video, again, really easy. So to insert the video, I click Insert Video, and you can either do a video search or URL, simply paste the URL or web address of the YouTube video there, and then it'll insert it into your slide. That's what it looks like. One final thing are transitions and animations. So if I want to have that nice kind of fade between slides, I can just select all the slides and then I click transition, and then I can go ahead and pick whatever transition I want. So I just did the fade one. Of course, you can hit play just to see what it's going to look like. I start at the top there, and it gives you a preview. Now, in terms of the text within the slide, what you do is you still have this animations menu open, and then you select the object that you want to animate, and then you click Add Animation, and you can choose different types. I click Fade In, and then I choose On Click, so when you click the mouse, it will start to bring the text in. Now, notice I have by paragraph deselected, so when we play that, it's just going to bring the whole text in at one time on the click. So if you want it line by line, you change that to by paragraph, and now it's going to bring it in line by line. So you may have noticed that this section came in pretty quickly after the last line, and what I did was for that animation I did a fade in, but instead of on click I did after previous. So it just pops right in nice and smoothly. You can have things come in with other objects as well, completely up to you. Obviously you can change how fast they come in, the slower, which can sometimes be annoying, so be tactful with how you're using these animations. Now remember, you can actually apply two animations to one object. So for this one here, I have it fading in, but maybe I want to have it fade out for some reason. So I can click Add Animation and choose Fade Out. I'm going to leave it at Fast. Actually, I'm going to change this real quick to uncheck by paragraph, so this goes a little bit quicker. And I hit play. This is the preview. Brings in the whole thing. I click again to bring in my Not Quite Every Day, then I click again to bring it out, and then I would go to the next slide. So you can get creative with that as well. So those are just some tips in terms of what you can do with Google Presentation. There's other things like all sorts of shapes and lines and that sort of thing, and all sorts of things to look for. Obviously stuff like research and other tools I showed you are also present in this Google app as well. So if you have any questions, let me know. See you in the next video.